Hi, this is Mike Bowler, the television correspondent and tech producer for the RPM show. I am also the public relations administrator, business analyst. We all have multiple jobs to get the show on the air. I put together a trailer for the show so you can find out more about who we are and what we do, which you can find on our main channel page. But this is my first actual video, as opposed to Ryan and Adam's collective 80-some videos. I've been so busy with other duties that I'm just now really jumping into the YouTube scene for the show. Very briefly, the RPM show is a podcast that we soon hope will hit the syndicated radio airwaves. It's all about movies and television. We're basically film critics, movie buffs, and entertainment news reporters. We're passionate about entertainment, we love what we do, and you can find more about us and find out more about the world of entertainment by going to www.therpmshow.com. But next I have to comment on my shirt. I normally don't dress down quite so much for official functions of the show, but I thought the shirt was important to wear because it features the movie I'm about to discuss, Soul Surfer. Ryan and Adam and I, along with two guests, got an advanced screening to the movie Soul Surfer where we all got shirts like this. Sony took a chance on this movie and produced it, so thank you Sony Pictures. It stars Annasophia Robb of Race to Witch Mountain, Bridge to Terabithia as Bethany Hamilton, who is a phenomenal teenage surfer. She loses her arm in a tragic shark accident and almost her life, actually. This is also notably the film debut of country music singer and American Idol winner Carrie Underwood. And it also stars Academy Award winner Helen Hunt, who might be best known for As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson and TV's Mad About You. And it also stars Dennis Quaid, who everybody knows from Something Different. To give you some of the highlights of his career, Day After Tomorrow, Lindsay Lohan's version of The Parent Trap, I think he was the dad, Jaws 3D, Inner Space, and more. Recently he was in Legion, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, and Pandora. I think all four names speak for themselves, and for the most part you all, when I mentioned the name, came up with something different in your heads that you remember them for. So I just gave you a basic rundown. If you remember something different, don't get offended. Mr. Quaid plays Bethany's father, Miss Hunt plays Bethany's mother, and Miss Underwood plays Bethany's youth group leader. The movie begins as we see the success of Bethany Hamilton as a championship teenage surfer. She's so good and so successful that no matter how sweet and humble she is, she gets haters and enemies no matter what. She remains positive until a major shark attack takes her arm and her ability to live her life. We see her struggle with everyday obstacles that most of us tackle with ease, and we're certain there's no way she's ever getting back in that water. But with perseverance and her faith in God by her side, and the help of her loving family and tireless youth group leader, she begins to put perspective back in its place and tries to get back in the water. Now, in full RPM show fashion, I'm not going to give you the ending to the movie. You do have to watch it for yourself, but I will say this. It is a fantastic movie, very respectfully, accurately based on a true story, but it is still so entertaining that it keeps you on the edge of your seat. I do have one warning, though. The actual shark attack scene is a little brutal and may be hard to watch for the squeamish. They don't hold anything back. Contrary to this, if you think you can make it through the scene, don't skip the movie based on that merit alone. Also, it is faith-based, put together by Christian and spiritual writers and filmmakers, and inspirationally focuses on Bethany Hamilton's faith in God to get her through the tough point in her life. So if religious overtones offend you, this might not be the movie for you either, but I still urge you not to skip the movie based on that merit alone. It is an inspirational, emotional ride down one of the hardest journeys a young woman has probably ever found herself face to face with, and I loved every second of it. I followed Bethany Hamilton's story for several years, ever since she was covered by the national media outlets, and I must say, I loved how true they were to her story, how respectful they were to her situation, how inspirational the movie was. After seeing this movie, I have even more respect for Bethany Hamilton, can connect with her situation even further, and sometimes it helps me put my own hardships into perspective. Sort of like if you've ever seen the videos of Nick Vujicic, who was born with no arms and no legs, and just has small, like half feet at the bottom of where his legs would be. It is so heartbreaking to see what he's been going through, but it is so inspirational to see the message that he portrays and everything. He's a Christian motivational speaker, and at times, sometimes when I'm feeling down, things aren't going the way that I want them to, and I feel like I'm beating my head against a brick wall, I'll watch a video of him saying all the motivational things he has to say about getting back up and working hard and making it and everything, you know, just making it work no matter what. And it's just so inspirational. Watching her is that kind of inspiration. I got 10 times more out of this movie than I ever expected. The only major negative point is, though, I love Carrie Underwood. Everybody who knows me knows that. I've gone to, 2 of her concerts now. I have every one of her CDs. And actually, at one of her concerts, I met her. It's actually going to be 3 years, almost to the day that this movie comes out in theaters, is actually going to be, 3 years from when I met her. And she was fantastic. She's really sweet. You never would have wanted to meet anybody sweeter that's in the public eye. However, my love for Carrie Underwood aside, I didn't think she was a good fit for this particular role. When they showed us a picture of Bethany's real youth group leader, Carrie didn't look the part at all. I also don't think that she was much of an actress, to be very honest. For having no experience on the big screen until this movie, she did pretty good. She wasn't bad, but I saw her character to be a bit transparent. I don't know if it was from having met her and getting a feel for her personality, or the fact that I know her as a singer, but her character was transparent, like I said, and I thought she compromised believability a little bit, but like I said, she did pretty good overall. But I just thought better casting was in order for this particular role, that's all. Now I say all that to say this. As usual, we rate movies on a scale from 1 to 10. I give Soul Surfer a 9. I think it's a must-see. I think it is a fantastic movie, like I said, and I highly recommend it. It would be a 10 for me, but due to nitpicky things, it's a 9. A couple cinematic blunders in places where they were doing good filmography, but they just left a few things that kind of showed you that something was fake, like when they removed her arm. You could see it, digitally. You could see a couple of things that led you to believe that she still had an arm and they were digitally removing it, shadows on her body, things like that. And Carrie Underwood not portraying the role, I think, as good as somebody else could have. Those two things, very nitpicky, brought it down for me, brought it to a 9. But please support this movie. As I said before, Sony took a chance on it. If it doesn't do well, they might never take a chance on another movie like this again. At the pre-screening of the movie, we got the chance to meet one of the men behind the movie. He's so excited about it. He believes in it. He believes that people can be touched and inspired by her story, her tenacity, her bravery. And he also mentions how Dennis Quaid actually asked his agent to get him into this movie when he saw Bethany's story on television and found out about the interest in creating a movie for it. And actually, he even took less than the asking price for the role, which is unusual to see. A member of the Hollywood elite who is so selfless and believes so strongly in a movie, which I think says a lot. I haven't felt so strongly about a movie in a long time, and I think everybody should give it the chance. With that being said, Soul Surfer hits selected theaters across the country on April 8th, and then expands to theaters everywhere on April 15th, so be there. Also, you can hear a full review of Soul Surfer from all 3 members of the RPM show coming soon on an upcoming broadcast on our website. You can get all the latest news and information about the world of entertainment, movies, and television by going to our website at www.therpmshow.com. That's THERPMSHOW. You'll find it down there. Where you can also network with us on Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, other ways, and we invite you to subscribe to our channel, which is up there. I also invite you to leave comments below when you get to see the movie and tell me what you think, and I also invite you to send me an email about this movie or anything else you have to say about movies or television at mike@therpmshow.com, and your comments might make it on our next broadcast. So have a good rest of your day or week, evening if you're watching this in the evening, and make sure to check out the RPM show and Soul Surfer.